This morning, we're taking your legal questions. Joining us, as every Saturday, our legal analyst, Gerald Treece. Good morning, Gerald. How are you?
Well, good morning. And with the Astro excitement and the Texan excitement, sadly, we had to first turn to the tragedy in Las Vegas.
We've got some serious issues. Let's go to our first question from Spring. Because of the events this week in Las Vegas, Congress is talking about new gun control laws, but isn't there already a ban on the sale of fully automatic and other assault weapons? How can we have stricter laws which do not violate the Second Amendment?
Well, you know, this is a great question, which probably takes about an hour to answer. But let me just answer it in the skinniest way possible. In '86, Congress, in response to the attempted assassination of President Reagan and the shooting of Jim Brady, passed a very comprehensive law that pretty well outlaws selling or possession of automatic weapons, fully automatic weapons. The problem is that this shooter, for example, didn't have a fully automatic weapon. He had this modification.
The bump stock.
Bump stock, which actually just means exactly what it sounds like. You put this mechanism on a regular rifle, and it will allow you to shoot more bullets quickly. The NRA, which is against all kind of gun laws, seems to favor, let's outlaw this modification. It's probably not a major change, but you know, it's one of those things where you will find me as a fan of the Second Amendment, but sometimes common sense and logic takes a hand in this. I think maybe we start with that and increase the checks on the people who buy these things to be certain they're mentally able to handle this.
Okay. All right, our next question now from A-Leaf. My wife and I have 2 children. Both of us want to get a divorce. Can we do this ourselves, or do we need a lawyer?
You know, the answer is in 2 parts. You can obviously try. There's a website, texaslawhelp.org, texaslawhelp.org, that have some forums and kind of show you how to do it. But the call of this question, they've got some kids. They have an agreement, but let me say it very carefully. With kids, you've got 2 issues to decide called custody and child support. Also, it's so easy to go to a lawyer and say, we've agreed on most of this stuff. I'm a fan of getting a lawyer on this because so much is at stake. Now, if you don't have any kids and you agreed on how to separate the property, including the retirement accounts, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, and also it helps if the kids are adults.
Boy, it does help.
Okay. Last question now from Houston. I hear that the neighboring residents and first responders are suing the Arkema Chemical Company. What is this about?
Yeah, it's about something called public nuisance law. Also, the fact that people, these individuals may have been exposed to, let's say, chemicals which under public nuisance law, these people, or even private nuisance law, these people have a right to claim damages if in fact they were exposed. Now, that's the cause of action, and the first responders and the neighbors may have a cause of action. Remember, having a cause of action doesn't mean you don't have to prove it. All these nuisance type, I don't mean the case is nuisance, it's called a private nuisance case, are a function of what evidence you can show that you substantially had your rights interfered with the use of your land.
All right, thank you so much, Gerald. Sadly, we are out of time.
Always too quick, but that's those Astros. I told you.
Let's sweep them tomorrow. All right, thank you so much.
Let's sweep those Red Sox.
Hey, if you've got a legal question you'd like to have answered, just email Gerald Treece at the email you see right there on your television screen. All right, let's check in.